Welcome back to this third and final hour. We have our acolytes facing down some kind of chaos monstrosity in the devastated streets of Port Hadley. Their landing wasn't quite as successful as it could have been. They are largely unscathed, of course, but the emulator took quite a beating. And what Akalon did you share with the rest of us?
It's a human brain.
It's a big circular blob of human corpses.
And then with the legs and less circular, yeah.
But yes, just an additional idea of the sort of the composition of it.
Absolutely,
Okay,
the idea
let's cook it.
So let's see. Akalon, you made your fear tests.
I wanted to reroll mine.
And you wanted to reroll yours. And Medea, do you want to reroll yours, or are you just A-okay with what you have?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you want to reroll, or yeah, you're A-okay?
Better.
I don't care if she gets scared.
Okay, cool. She will.
But the third point, if she's about to die.
She will get scared. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, let's see. Okay.
I should note that it's physically impossible for Prue to pee her pants.
Okay, so Medea, you failed your fear test. Let's see what happens. We need to roll on a shock table. Woohoo! And we are plus 10 for each degree of failure. That was 1 whole degree of failure. Could you roll me a 1d100, please? Medea. And by the way, cool.
Wow.
And
Nice!
And Prue, you need to do the same.
Oh, that is a nice
So let's
roll.
see.
Didn't I get that when we were driving?
Well, that's
By
less
contrast.
nice.
Okay,
If
so
it's plus 10 per 10.
Yeah, then it's 97.
Yeah.
yes. So Medea, for your next round, that means this first round of actual combat, you can only take a single half action. But after that, you're good to go.
How long did you say?
For your next, when it's your turn next.
Only for one round.
Yes, but only for one round. And Prue. Let's see.
Tim is no more.
Tim is no more. These 97. Panic grips the character. He must flee the source of his fear, if able, as fast as he can. And if prevented from doing so, he may only take half a... Yeah, but you must flee, and you are able to do so. Okay.
That's a good first impression.
Yep.
Yes. And Akalon, you succeeded, and Sister Francesca, you auto-succeeded. Cool.
Also succeeded.
Sister Francesca, what do you want to do?
Well, first and foremost, I want us to resolve what happens with the flamers that I fired at it. That's kind of important. Whether it has, whether I scorch it at all.
You don't with the first flamer, but it can't dodge the second flamer. It only has one dodge.
That's true.
One reaction.
Well, so I shall do the damage thing.
Yes.
Fortunately, I have a heavy flamer written in. So let's just roll for
Ooh.
12 points.
Okay.
Too impressive, but could have been worse.
It could indeed have been worse.
Penetration is, useful.
And the creature, let's just call it creature, screams in agony as it is engulfed in flame, or as one of its legs is engulfed in flame, I should say. Okay, cool. But that's not Francesca's turn. That's just something that happens.
Yeah. She grabs her multi-melter and flicks it on.
Okay.
And exits. The point is she exits the tank. She wants to shoot this thing when she can.
Let's make that a half action.
Yes.
To exit the tank.
Right, then I suppose I can use the other one to actually shoot the damn thing. The problem I just realized, because I am such an idiot, is I haven't actually written down the stats for the gun. I feel like a complete doofus. I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
It is there somewhere in the midst of all this. But if somebody could help me look it up, it would be lovely.
Which book is it?
That's the thing. I'm looking in Inquisitor's Handbook right now to see because there are so many extra weapon lists. And that's
Dark Heresy multi-melter.
Let's see.
I think the one from the Dark Heresy of the Secundus Sector wiki.
I have it.
Cool.
It's on page 177. So I'll just really quickly. I'll just add the stats to it here, so I can.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
Yeah,
because that's much faster.
So my question is to myself is for how long must Prue flee? I think
that's a good question.
Forever.
Who's gonna run?
Okay. So here's the thing: you also gain 1d5 insanity points. So 4 insanity points for you, sir.
Okay, I don't know what those do, but
but eventually you roll on tables to see if you become insane. In addition, once away from the danger, you must successfully snap out of it to regain control, and I'm going to assume that means another willpower test.
Makes sense.
And for the purposes of this, let's say you need to roll this willpower test when it becomes your turn. Not this first round, but in the following round.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Cool.
Right, I am pretty much there.
Cool.
And it's got blast 1, but there's only the one of them. But that does have the effect that if it's an area of effect weapon.
Yep.
It's only a small area. Here we go. So yeah, she definitely wants to put the hurt on this thing if she can.
She most certainly can.
And it's a very, very large target. Does that help?
I
mean, you said it was made up of 200 people. It's supposedly it can't be
at least. So yeah, I'll give you plus 20.
Good, and then I have plus 10 more from my targeter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's plus 30. Well, it's 1 degree of success, but it doesn't make any difference in this case. Because it's not a... Yeah. Exactly. So, here we go. Damage. Penetration of 12. It doesn't say so. It should. There we go. I fixed it. It's penetration of 12.
Sure. Cool. So...
Industrial grade microwave for the win.
Good roll, too.
Yep. Okay, cool. So what happens is that you fire this industrial grade microwave weapon, and so what kind of what type of damage is it?
It's energy damage.
Yeah,
like
I figured it would be. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
And you basically tear into the midriff of this creature, and it screams as several of the humans that this creature is made out of is basically disintegrate. They melt away, but it keeps going.
Of course.
And it just screams in some kind of otherworldly. It screams an otherworldly scream of pain and agony and anger.
Yes.
Really, you can hear it.
Of course.
You can hear the anger in its
In the
its
name
voice.
of the God Emperor, kill this abomination.
And Akelon, would you attempt to do just that? Or do you have another plan?
Not.
We can't hear you if you're speaking, Chris.
That's because I'm muted. I apologise. I'm not sure using psychic powers against a creature that is explicitly of chaos is a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can still affect it.
All right, fine.
In fact, quite a few demons are really, really susceptible to this. Now, this isn't a demon, but at least we don't think it is. But
It is.
yeah,
It is something at least.
it's something nasty.
Sure, we can try
It's
a.
an
We can
orgy.
try a. We can
Hit
try.
it with everything you have. I just did 41 points of damage to this thing, and
Mhm.
it's still going.
Okay. Well, I can either use this. I can either use the force bolt, or I could try using one of my actual weapons.
Force bolt, I think.
Yeah, force bolt.
It's peppered with a lot of 9s.
Yes, I'm trying to remember the modifier bonus I get for this thing because it's pretty big, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was. Well, but you don't need to roll to hit, do you?
No, that's true.
Not on a force bolt. That's part of the reason why it's such a good thing. It hits automatically.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, look, a 9.
Ooh. But
Oh,
also a
yay.
massive roll.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that is nice.
So should
What
we
is the-
resolve the 9 first, and then we'll resolve.
yeah,
Well,
the
let's
power
resolve the
works,
force
we know
bolt
that,
first.
So let's get the 9 first.
Yeah, let's get the 9 first because there might be something that. Yeah, cool.
Exactly.
Psychic phenomena. Da-da-ba-da.
I think Heine is a happy man. He gets
Yes.
to roll psychic phenomena.
Yes.
I'm happy too.
This happens every single time because apparently, for some reason, my game master and my fellow player desire to see me suffer for
Well,
some reason.
Personally, I think the psychic phenomena is one of the best best things in the game. So remind me, do I roll or do you roll?
He rolls.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. 62.
I think. Well, depending on what. Well,
62. I think it's above 75 where it gets really ugly.
yeah. So that might be
So
worth the risk.
as you unleash the force bolt, which happens, of course, a deafening, keening sounds out for a kilometer, shattering glass and forcing everyone in the area, including the psyker, to make a toughness test or be deafened for a few rounds.
So cool.
So could you guys roll me a toughness test, please?
Yes, definitely.
Modifiers.
None.
Yep, I'm deafened.
Yep.
I'm re-rolling. I don't want to be deafened.
I'm not deafened, but I'm still panicked.
Yep.
I'm deafened, and I have
There are
also
modifiers.
senses in this
No,
thing.
there are no
That
modifiers.
reminds me. Let me just. What the hell does
Fuck
also?
my life.
So let's see. 3 out of 4.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay.
So for the next 4 rounds, you guys are deafened.
4 rounds.
4 rounds, indeed.
No more giving orders for 4 rounds.
No more giving. You just have to trust in the abilities of your.
I
It's
think
me.
I can do that.
So the force bolt.
Let's resolve that now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, for God's sake, that's a huge amount of
Overly.
extra points. How much is the
The threshold is 13, and it's
and for every
points over.
5 points above that, so you roll 30. How much was it?
36.
36. So that's 23 additional points. That's another 4 points of damage on top of that. That's not half bad.
So I'm rolling for what am I rolling in terms of damage?
In terms of damage, let's find the force bolts.
Oh, yes. See, it's 1d10 impact damage plus 1 damage per point of willpower bonus for every other bleed. Did an additional 1 point of impact damage. So it's 1d10 impact damage plus 10.
Yes. Cool.
Let's see what happens. 20.
Couldn't
What's a crit?
be much better.
Nice.
Do I get to reroll
Very,
damage?
very, very nice, Chris.
Yes. So this force pulse, you guys have seen Acalon do this 100 times, and the force pulse slams into, well, maybe not 100 times, but many times. The force pulse slams into the creature, and it takes a step. It basically takes a step backwards, forced to do so by the force of this. Oh well, you're actually right. You do reroll, or not reroll, but you do see if you can. Well, so you didn't really though. You didn't. It's not an attack as such. You don't.
No, but if he would, it is still an attack. So he would recheck his willpower.
I suppose. We'll do that.
And then if he manages that, then he rolls on.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Check willpower.
What do you mean by that? Just reroll willpower?
Yeah. I mean, the point being that the rest of us, we check weapons, or ballistic skill or weapon skill.
Oh yes, of course. Okay.
So roll me another d10, please.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So 25 in all, and
Wow.
So yeah, you force the creature backwards a few steps as the force bolt slams into it, and even more of these body parts fall to the ground. It's not dead. It remains standing, even though you have severely injured it, wounded it. Medea,
Doesn't really surprise me.
would you like to do something? Also, I need all of you to roll me awareness tests before we see what Medea wants to do.
Okay.
Wait, what? We must all roll a what?
Awareness tests.
Awareness.
Yes.
Does that include Doggo?
Well,
It does include Doggo, but it doesn't include
Oh, I see
Prue.
nothing. I'm probably have my ears ringing. So
Yep.
I see nothing.
Well, it's also worth mentioning that it's at a minus 10, but that doesn't really matter for any of the rolls so far, because of the smoke and fire in the streets.
That is with the minus 10, by the way.
Okay.
So only Medea sees something.
with a 5.2 degree of success.
That is
Impressive.
pretty snazzy.
That is pretty impressive.
So what you do
Beta.
see, Medea, and Beta sees this as well, but I'm not sure how Beta would react to it. But at least what Medea you see in the what you might consider the chest of this creature. Remember, it does have a vaguely humanoid shape. In the chest of this thing is a small shape that's actually it's not one. There are two of them, black.
Geometric
what are they
shape.
called? Yeah, indeed. These are both spheres. But that is
almost like eyes
yeah.
looking out of his
Tentacles?
chest.
So, but that's what Medea sees, and like I said, Beta sees it as well, but I'm not sure how Beta would react to that. I'm not sure Beta.
I don't think Beta would.
No.
No, it's still a dog after all.
Oh, that thing just looks weird. Whatever.
Mm.
It
I look
weird to
weird,
them.
you look weird, we all look weird.
Indeed, Medea, what would you like to do?
I had what, half an action?
You have a half action this turn. Yes,
You
Can
can
you
shoot.
use that on?
you can shoot once, or you can move, or
Shoot once as in what?
Using one of your weapons?
yes, shoot a single bullet.
Yeah, a single shot, because if you fire a burst or full auto, it's a full action to do that.
Yes.
My bolt pistols doesn't have full auto.
Nope, it's got burst though.
Well, sure. Can I make it a cold shot, or does that have to be...
You can make it a close shot, but it's with a minus 20 penalty.
Even with all the extra things I have to completely nullify those?
No, if cold shot itself is a -20 penalty, but then you can offset that with various talents, and if you have a scope on your weapon and all that. So
I have sharpshooter, cold shots without penalty.
cool, sweet, works.
Very nice. Very nice.
What you aiming for?
So I'm trying to shoot one of those spheres.
Interesting. Let's see if you hit it.
Yes. It's a very, very, very narrow miss or narrow hit, but
For
you hit.
someone whose ear has just been completely messed up and is stunned, that is very nicely done.
It is.
Definite.
So
Good shot.
yeah. Here's the thing, though.
We all blow up now?
Well, first of all, I need you to roll me some damage.
Oh, right. Scrolling. Type X, penetration 4, 1d10 plus 5. Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
And
cool.
it's 2 higher because I have mighty shot.
2 higher, and you had a penetration of 4, which is pretty cool. Sweet.
Mine was 2 higher as well. I forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
Cool. So what happens is that you shoot at this one of the 2 spheres in the creature's chest, and well, this is a good news, bad news thing. We're going to go with the good news first. The bullet hits its target, and the target explodes in a flash of purple. And the creature, the strange spawn thing, just collapses. All these hundreds of bodies fall to the ground, and the 2 spheres remain floating in the air, or rather, one of them, the other, like I mentioned, exploded. That explosion, however, doesn't stop. The explosion envelops you guys and continues throughout much of the city.
If I burn a faith point, faith in this case.
Yes.
In this case, it might as well be faith. If I burn a fate point to light up, I have been able to, by spending a fate point in the past, I have been able to mitigate this. If I burn a fate point, can I stop this from continuing past us?
You want to burn a fate point?
Yes, because otherwise we're going to kill half the guardsmen in this city.
Sure. You can do that. I'm still going to give you guys a healthy dose of corruption. But you can make it so that it doesn't.
In fairness, if I do that, then it's because I light up and become immune to corruption. But the others, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically my point. But if you want to burn a fate point for that,
I do. I've burned a fate point for that. I don't want this is a matter of her in a split second realizing what is about to happen.
Yes.
And she calls. It's just like I think the rest of them, what they see as this explosion just begins to spread outwards is Francesca. She's wearing her helmet, but I think at that moment she tears the helmet off, and just the look on her face is one of horrified realization, and she immediately whispers, "God Emperor, protect me," and she lights up. It like nothing they have ever seen before. It is far brighter than anything they've ever seen before. And I mean, she becomes almost like a pillar of light in the middle of this corona of pure holiness.
Cool.
In order to counteract this thing.
Cool. Here's what happens. Accolon and Medea, you both get that healthy dose of corruption. Prue, you get some as well, but not as much as this explosion basically reaches Sister Francesca, and then slows down before it basically just dissipates before it can
like
deal.
she's basically like a breakwater here.
Yep, exactly. So let's see. This is
roll anything.
This is for Accolon and Medea. Wow, that was a low roll. 6 corruption points, and Prue, you get half of that, so 3.
Cool.
And then all is silent. Well, not exactly, because you can hear the the sounds of battle in the streets of Port Hadley, of course, in the distance. It does really feel like it's in the distance, because you guys are standing there in the burning streets with this pile of corpses, and one sphere floating in the air above it.
I think Francesca walks forward, still just this being of holy light, steps forward, and like she has done before, takes the remaining sphere, and
there are still 2.
Oh, there's only one. You destroyed the other. I did say 2, but I.
Yeah.
But there's
Did
just.
they get insanity points for failing the save? The fear save thingy.
Did she not?
You never said I got it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's just when I roll on the shock table,
that can give you.
That can give you, but it doesn't necessarily. It depends on what I roll, basically.
And you rolled really well, so you avoided the insanity points.
Exactly.
Now she steps up there
and
takes the one remaining sphere and puts it in one of those blessed bolter casings that like last time, basically. And not until she has that secured does she stop glowing, and she's probably never looked quite so majestic as she does right at that moment, where the light just slowly begins to fade and she's standing on top of that pile of corpses. That's quite probably the most epic hero shot anyone is ever going to see of Sister Francesca. I'm just saying.
So,
wind in hair and everything. Yes, this is a L'Oreal moment.
So,
more like.
So, Prue, you ran away, or
do I still run away when the thing I'm scared of is no longer there?
Well, you basically you've started to run away. So you've gone a bit down the street before when that whole thing happened with the explosion and the non-explosion and the creature collapsing, and so you've come up
for a moment.
Yep, and you've come a bit further down the street, and so you see what has to be a company of soldiers approaching you, and based on the way they've mutilated themselves and their uniform is torn and shredded, and the imperial emblems have been removed and whatever else, you are certain that these are not loyalist guardsmen.
I assume we've exchanged Vox frequency.
Yes, you have.
And I assume I'm no longer panicked.
Yes, you are no longer panicked because the danger has passed. Or the danger that basically made you panic.
Yes. In that case, she goes on the frequency and says, "More approaching from behind."
Echelon, get on the communications, call in an artillery strike as close to us as you can in that direction. I want every basilisk round they can spare on that position.
Okay. Out of characters, would Echelon have access to the communication?
We have comms in the tank.
Okay, so yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Echelon heads back inside and,
okay,
fire mission, danger close, sort of thing.
Yes, and you basically ask them to
shatter their sky.
Yes. Okay, cool. So these guys, they don't just stand there. They react, of course, when they see that this thing is destroyed. They do what they do best, which is make a tactical approach toward you guys. They split into their squads, and they basically take cover, and they begin moving through the street towards you guys in basically from cover to cover.
Yeah.
Shall I engage or disengage?
Disengage. There's artillery incoming. Disengage.
And who does so?
Okay. And you called in artillery fire, and artillery fire is what you get. It's
Somebody call for an earth shaker.
the shells hit their targets, and the buildings the enemy has positioned themselves in are pulverized, basically, and when the smoke clears, I don't know if you plan to wait that long, but where do you want? Where were you going to go anyway?
Exactly. We are kind of in a position where we need to stay in position.
Yes. When the smoke clears from the artillery fire, you see there are still people in the rubble. Some have survived. Some are basically dying. You hear their death screams. But there are still a few of them who are able to carry on, and they do carry on toward you guys.
But I would rather deal with a few
than
I would deal with a company.
Yes, I can't say I blame you. So, so you guys will keep your initiatives, and what I do is I set up 2 squads. I roll an initiative count for each of them, and we'll get going.
2 squads. That's 20.
Indeed.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, I guess they really were shaken by that.
What? Yep.
Suddenly the world comes down around you, quite literally.
Yes, indeed.
Squad 1-1.
Basilisk artillery fire is not something to be sneezed at. I'm just saying.
No.
I found out from listening to Kirioth. Shout out to a really awesome channel here. Dear listening audience, this is a service announcement. If you like Warhammer 40,000, look up Kirioth on YouTube. KIRIOTH.
Yes, indeed.
He is good, and he pointed out in one of his videos that there is actually a chapter of Traitor Marines, the Iron Hands, I believe they were. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, the Traitor Legion that actually has access to basilisks with their Chaos Space Marines. That is not fair.
That's the Iron Warriors, yes.
That's the Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors. That is just not fair.
Well, they are.
It's the biggest piece of artillery in the game and Space Marines in the same army.
Yep.
Yes.
It's stupid.
So, so you have 2 squads moving down towards you. They're moving from cover to cover. And you can see them, of course, but you do need to recognize that cover is going to be a thing. But Francesca, you are able to act first.
Mm-hmm. Well,
how would you like
how
to
far
act?
are they away?
Well, at this point, they are 50 meters away, or thereabouts.
That's fine. That's within
That's
reach.
a good number.
Plow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to fire, because I mean I have a weapon that has a blast radius now. So if they're moving as squads, then hopefully I'll be able to hit more than one guy. That's the hope, anyway. I'm going to shoot.
Indeed.
I'm going to reroll that.
Okay.
No.
Ah. Okay. Cool.
No.
So
No.
So you blast or you shoot your multi-melter, but
I don't
doesn't hit its target. Achelon, is there anything you would like to do? You have, all in all, what's that? 40 men.
40 men. How close?
Oh, it wouldn't be that many. 10 men. 20 men. Sorry, 20
men.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, 20 men. How far away from us are they?
They are roughly 50 meters.
And what is the range on the twin-linked heavy flamer in the tank?
That the
30 meters.
flamer is pointed in the direction of the
And it's been emptied.
and it's been emptied.
She literally blocked the firing mechanism. Keep shooting.
I thought you said it'd be going for ages.
Well, not that long.
Oh, okay.
If you simply push the trigger, it's gonna empty pretty quickly.
Yes. It's also worth mentioning, guys, that at this point you're no longer deafened.
Right.
That's good.
Enough time has passed for that to go away.
That's nice to know.
Let me just check then.
We do need to keep an eye on the time, by the way. I'm just
Yes. Yes.
to point that out.
Right. At this range, then the only thing I can hit them with is another force bolt. So
Okay.
Sure.
let's get stuck in.
Cool.
Rip them to pieces. Oh, look at that!
Cool.
And no nines.
Nope. This time he's under control.
Oh man, that's
Cool.
gonna hurt. That's another +4.
Yes, indeed.
You're getting dangerous with that thing, Chris. You really are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So remind me? Does it ignore anything? Armor, toughness?
As I think we discussed, we said it didn't because we didn't.
It didn't, no.
It
Okay,
didn't say if it did or not.
Cool,
So
cool.
if it doesn't say it does, it doesn't.
Okay, cool. So you do strike one of the men. You don't kill him, but they now know that there's a psyker in your ranks. They know Likey. Medea, it is your turn, and remember that you're able to do a full attack should you wish to do so.
Yeah. How far away are they?
50 meters.
What does that mean?
That means they're 50 meters away.
Yeah, but when my range says 30, what does that mean?
That's 30 meters.
Yes.
Alright, then I can't reach them.
You can, but you just get a penalty, just like in Pathfinder and so on. There are range increments.
Well, I can always run closer and find cover somewhere.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. There
The
are
only weapons that don't have range increments are flamers, specifically because they just, there's a jet of flame and that's it.
yes. So yeah, you can absolutely move forward if that's what you want.
I will.
The question is how far do you want to go forward? Because if you where
Risk
is it? Where is it?
enveloping you,
There we go.
basically.
Well, so you if you do a half move, you can move 5 meters toward them. If you do a full move, you can move 10 meters toward them. And you can also run, which is 30 meters toward them.
There's one little thing to remember, though. I just want to remind here that if you want to shoot more than one shot, you have to stay where you are and take the penalty for the range increment.
Yes.
As soon as you move, you spend a half action, and then you can only fire a single shot.
Yes.
So if you want to do the whole spraying them down thing like you usually do, then staying where you are is necessary. And then I think you get -10 for one range increment.
I think you do.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just gonna use my grenade launcher.
Ooh,
Cool. Sweet.
That's
Has
nice.
a range of 60.
Sweet.
That is.
Sleep, bye-bye.
Yeah. Ouch. Shit.
Cool.
And I'm gonna aim.
I forgot you had one of those things. That is so nice.
Yep.
It is aiming. I forgot what that does.
Aiming gives you a +10.
Alright. There we go.
Very cool. So roll me some damage, please.
That's 2d6. No, 2d10.
2d10, yes.
It's funny, it says target 0, but when you look at you hover, it is the right number.
Yeah.
It does do that sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so that's not the best damage ever,
No,
but
it does hit more than one man.
yes,
Obviously.
it does.
Yes, it's
What's the blast on your grenades? Have you noted that down on the character sheet? Okay, cool. We'll just figure
Check
it out.
I think
Well,
it
I'm
was
looking at it.
It was a
Blast 4.
Blast 4. Cool.
That is
Sweet.
nice.
So that basically means that many of the soldiers in that squad are hit by fragmentations, which, ow,
Yeah,
Ow.
that's a lot of them actually, and well, probably, but it's more. Does it have any penetration? I can't remember.
Oh, it's type X. No penetration.
No penetration.
cool, sweet. But still,
That's a lot of.
they're
ties.
still going to
But
feel the
bruises
hurt.
and ouch.
Yes, indeed. So, the one of the squads get to act now, and basically it's their commanding officer basically directing their fire, and so Francesca, are you still standing where you did your hero pose, or
Yes.
okay, cool. And Achelon, where do you position yourself? Where did Achelon position himself when the enemy started moving toward you guys?
Well, I had made my. I think I was either in or near the tank because
Let's say you use the tank as cover then.
Yes.
That would make sense. And Medea, have you sought for cover, or do you stand in the middle of the street all metal and okay, cool. That makes sense. And Prue, what do you do?
Well, I had started running back, but I don't think it would be, just running down the middle of the street, arms flailing.
No. I think that makes all kinds of sense. Okay, cool. So basically, this squad is commanded to open fire on the target that is easiest to hit, which is not Francesca because you're further away, but Prue. And I'll just roll some dice.
Does make sense, I guess. Also, I'm not highlighting myself anymore.
Nope.
One.
Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, those are
2,
pretty.
4, 6, 7,
Ay,
8,
yeah.
10. Okay, cool. So,
If that's two hit rolls, then
four
it
of them hit you. Oh no, sorry. 3 of them hit you. So you get 1 dodge. Should you like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't lose anything by trying, do I?
Nope.
No.
You don't. It's a reaction.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So you're hit by
98.
3 stubbers, or not stubbers. These are less weapons.
right. I at least you have good damage resistance. So
Yes,
I
indeed.
do.
And these are regular las weapons. So
Las.
let's see. Let's see. Where are my las? There we go.
Lassie!
Okay, there's no penetration to the values I added to them. So let's see. 11, 7, and 8.
Okay, let's see. There's no penetration, you said.
Nope.
Which means I take no damage from any of them.
Cool.
Choo,
Sweet.
choo, choo, choo.
So they recognize this, and they might use something heavier next round. So we'll see.
Nope, that's not fair.
Okay, cool. It's your turn, though. It is your turn, though.
Right. I think I'm going to charge them because I'm a melee character.
Yes.
And standing around being shot at is not fun.
I can see that. I can see that.
So let me just open up the book again.
Yes.
So I can still get my sprint trait. So if I run, I can double my movement for 1 round.
Wow, that's 48 meters. That means that you can actually get to one of them.
I run!
Well, so remember, you can't actually attack this round, but you're in a position where you can attack next round. And you can attack multiple targets next round. So basically, you start running back. One of the squads open fire on you with their las rifles, and you stop and turn around and start running toward them.
Yes, I think Prue, draws a blade and hunches over and then starts running because the way I've drawn her, she has the disintegrate legs.
Yes.
So it's just I imagine it looks mighty menacing.
Yes, it does. I'm actually going to do something here, and
I should probably have rolled initiative for the wolf, the pup as well.
Yeah. Well, let's just say they act on your turn.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Why not just simply roll X 100?
I could. But why make it easy on myself,
Yeah, I just thought I'd point it out.
Yeah. But let's see what we have here. 29. So, wow. Okay, cool. So, you know what? I'll actually just do that. 10 D100. Bong. Okay, cool. So let's see. Quickly.
That's a little easier.
Yes. Hush. Let's see. Okay, cool, sweet. Some of the the renegades panic and start running away from you, of course. And
now you're the one who's being scary.
Yep. So the first squad also gets to attack, and they also open fire on the target that's closest and is presents the most immediate danger, which is again Prue. So let's see. They, however, are being a bit smarter at it.
No! I charge and get shot to pieces. Make a new character.
No, we're not. It's not quite that bad.
I don't think these guys have access to super high quality mega weapons. They're traitor guardsmen.
Yes.
The fact that they have a functioning las rifle each is actually fairly impressive.
So let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them hits. Let's see if they can do any damage.
Really good roll.
Do they have any penetration?
Nope, they have no penetration. So what I roll here is... So they can max give you 13 points of damage. Do I even need to roll?
How much?
Yes, they can, because if they roll a 10.
That's true. That is true. So...
I'd prefer if they didn't.
Let's see.
Sorry, but I kind of have to be fair about it.
So, okay, cool. Remember, ignore the +3, because I was mainly just concerned about the dice rolls. Okay, cool. So, again, but one of them throws a frag grenade.
No, they have high penetration.
Yes.
Frag grenades have no penetration.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's crack grenade.
Crack grenades, indeed.
That's just confusing naming. That's confusingly named.
Think of it as a safe cracker.
Yes.
Yeah,
but the grenade is he misses the target, and the grenade detonates somewhere where it can't damage you. So Yay! So the thing is,
dodge that.
You didn't even need to dodge that. So the thing is, it's now top of the round. It's also 11 o'clock, which means that we are we're going to wrap up the session for this week, and we'll start up with the next. We'll start our next session seeing what these renegade guardsmen have in store for you guys, because they do have a bit more toys than just frag grenades and all that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't want to see what they can do if they get into close combat. I think that could be
indeed. But we'll see. We'll see that what happens next time. Until then, there's really not much more to say than hope you have a good one. We hope you enjoyed the session. I certainly did. And
me too.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.